Hello, thank you for joining me. Look what I've got, apart from my coffee, of course. Look what I've got in my hand. I have got an actual paperback copy of my latest book. So this book is out on the 24th of May. It's Starlight Over Hollyhock Farm, and it's the fourth book in my Hollyhock Farm series. And at the moment, it's the last book in the series. So I've only got one copy. This is the only copy. I actually was sent 3 copies. I'm sent 3 author copies by Boldwood. But because I dedicated this book to my mum and my godmother, obviously I wanted to give them a copy. So this was my dedication to them. To my mother, Tess Jackson, and godmother, Maggie Reynolds, for all the laughter. I have just seen them, and they're just a never-ending bout of hilarity. They really are hilarious. Very, very fun ladies. So yes, I thought I should do that because, well, yes, I have spent a lot of time with them both, and it's always fun, which is so nice and so uplifting. But yes, so this is the 4th book in the series. So I'll read the blurb because I had to do a 30-second video for publication day. And it took about 80. It was insane because I couldn't remember the title, I couldn't remember my own name, or I couldn't remember what it was about, or I got my characters mixed up. So this is what it's about. It says, will sparks fly at Hollyhock Farm this summer? So when a hit TV series sets up camp at Hollyhock Farm, Jersey's tranquil lanes are turned upside down. Radio DJ Callum Preston, who we met, he's Zach's friend, we met him in book 2 briefly. Callum Preston is used to high-maintenance guests, but nothing prepares him for interviewing the star-of-the-hour actor Riley Sharp or meeting his beautiful overworked PA, Tasha Dodds. As Callum and Tasha grow closer in the island sunshine, the farm becomes the backdrop for more than just the camera. But with paparazzi scandals brewing and Callum's family thrust into the spotlight, will their Jersey summer end in heartbreak, or will it be the start of something wonderful? So this is basically a detective series is being filmed in Jersey, and it's actually being filmed at Hollyhock Farm. There's certain scenes being filmed at Hollyhock Farm. And those of you who watch Bergerac, the second, I suppose you call it version of Bergerac, which I think they've wrapped up filming here in Jersey, will know that that's a detective series too. However, I came up with this idea before we even knew the first one was going to be recorded. And in this book, Riley Sharp, Riley Sharp is, to his fans, he's fabulous. But behind the scenes, he is very full of himself and a real pain. But he's obviously nothing like, I'm sure, the lovely actor is, whose name I can't remember at the moment, who actually plays Bergerac. So no connection at all. I don't know any behind the scenes stuff or anything like that. This was purely my imagination and something I came up when I came up with the original 4 books for the series. So it was before I even knew about that. So yes, I love the cover. Isn't it gorgeous? So yes, lots of lavender. I love lavender. So yes, so that's up on the 24th of November, and it's out as usual with Boldwood in paperback, ebook, audiobook, and hardback copy. So that's very exciting. As I said, thank you for joining me again if you've been here before. If not, my name's Deborah Carr, and apart from writing contemporary romance series as Georgina Troy, I also write historical fiction in my own name. You can see my latest book out for that. That's The Witching Hour, which is doing all right. So I'm very pleased with that because it's very different. I've gone off on a different tangent with that book to what I usually write about. But yes, so it's been a busy old time. I was up early this morning, as I always am, because I inject Claude, my littlest dog. I was diagnosed with diabetes, if you haven't been here before, at the end of May. So he needs to be injected twice a day. And so once 6:30 in the morning, one at 6:30 in the evening. So I'm up at 6:30. But because I'm very much a night owl and I don't go to sleep until 11:30 is a good time for me to go to sleep, but it can be later than that. I do tend to then go back to bed when I finish feeding the dogs and injecting Claude at around 7. This morning I didn't, because I can't remember what it was I thought about. oh, I needed to order something. Then I had a message from my sister, so we're voice messaging back and forward, so I didn't get extra sleep, which I do need, which is probably, you can see bags on. And then I had to take Jarvie out for his annual booster at the vets. So lots happening with the dogs. He's lost a little bit of weight. He's continuously lost a little bit of weight, and he's got some teeth that need pulling out, but he's 12 years old, and so he needed a blood test, so they're going to check whether he actually will be fine with the anaesthetic before they obviously go ahead and do anything like that. So he's obviously not eating as much as he was, so therefore the loss of the weight. I've got my Freedom Mastery thing that I showed you about that didn't have labels. So a previous video that I did, this is my planner for 2026. I bought it. It's dateless, but the sticky, you stick in your own tabs. I love a tab, but the ones that had went up to 2024, so clearly a very out of date thing. So I bought my own tabs because there's always a way, and I've now stuck them in. I do love that, and I actually like these tabs. They're nice. They're nicer than the actual ones that would have, well, that did come with it actually. So I'm quite happy with that. I'm looking forward to starting my 2026 planner. I've written all the dates in, so that's cool. What else am I doing? I've got to write my newsletter. I haven't done that yet because it's been a bit crazy here, a bit crazy busy. But yes, lots going on, lots of bills, because obviously I've had work done because I'm trying to sort out my house a little bit. But I've had a few weeks off from my writing because I needed it, really. When I delivered my second witchy book to Charlotte, my publisher at HarperCollins, I knew I had to take time out because I was so tired. And the only bit of work that I've done, apart from obviously admin, because, you know, that's an ongoing thing, is she asked me to try and come up with an idea for another book, which I did. I sent it off to my blonde plotters who loved it. One of them phoned me up crying. She loved it that much. The last time she cried with one of my books was for An Island at War. So that was a very good sign for me. So I sent that off, but I haven't heard back yet whether she likes that outline, that story or not. It's quite different. I'll let you know more, obviously, if she does like it. If she doesn't, I will actually keep it for another time and self-publish it. But I'll wait and see what she thinks, because I would love to write that next. But I'm still waiting for my structural edits for my second witchy book to come back. So I know it's going to be very busy. I also have to work on another couple of things, but I knew that right now I had time to take time out. I was going to catch up on like films and things like that I've recorded, which I've sort of done, and I was going to read all these different books. I have got so many bookcases. And I mean, these are just my books here, but everywhere in this house. So I have lots of books that need reading. I'm very behind on my reading because I always intend to read something. I'm up with my audiobooks. I listen to an audiobook every single night and every morning when I wake up early, and in the car. So I do that. But for my actual reading books, I am very behind because I tend to start a book and then I'm sent a book to read and maybe give a quote for by either my publisher or another publisher, or I'm asked by another author. And if it's something that I feel, you know, is something that I would enjoy, something that I would read, or even if it's slightly different to what I usually read, as long as there's something about it that I feel I can enjoy, because it's very hard to give a review on something you don't enjoy, especially for another author, because I won't give a bad review. I'd rather say nothing, because I know how much work goes into writing a book. So I tend to end up reading those books rather than the books on my bookcases. But I was going to read a lot of those books and I haven't actually read any. I've started a couple, but I've not actually got into anything. So we'll see. I've been very lucky in that the books I've been sent to read, to quote for, I've loved. So yeah, so I have read some really fabulous books. But yes, I got to get on with my newsletter. I really should do that because now it's the 5th of November. So fireworks, I hope there's not too many loud ones around here tonight, because Jarvie is beyond terrified, poor little thing. But it is that time of year, isn't it, unfortunately? So that's what I'm doing. I had better get on with it. I've got a form to fill in for the car insurance. And yes, I'd better actually get on and do a few things. I'd better get on and do that newsletter, because I am late with it. So thank you for joining me again, listening to me rambling on. I will go and drink my cooling coffee. I hope you're having a lovely rest of your week. Do click the thumbs up if you've enjoyed this nonsense. And maybe subscribe if you haven't done already. And if you do have any questions you'd like to ask me, please ask below in the comment section. I'll be only too happy to answer them. And if you want to sign up to my newsletter, there's the link is below to sign up to that. So thank you for joining me again. Hope you have a great day and look forward to chatting to you soon.